We are ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Buckeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. The Buckeyes obviously enjoyed the upper hand historically in this battle for the Illabuck.
And the Illabuck trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten, only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like total to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry game.
It's a pretty cool-looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollack. How about that? A history lesson from you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
Illinois right back to the line. Trying play action. Looking deep. Working the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield to it first.
Here comes the hurry-up. Looking to pass on second down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. First and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. Running back searching for a hole. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now the offense has it 1st and 10 from its own 11. He'll keep it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The give to the lone running back. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside on defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get behind the defense. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turret.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Luis.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need 1 turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man. Nice move to pick up yardage. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He'll do it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Illinois lining up quickly. They go to the draw. Tackle is made after the first down. Tempo in overdrive.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Illinois looking to pay things off on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Northwestern showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got enough for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a second down play. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Oh, another great move. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23.
Neutrals on infraction. Defense.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. They'll run it from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They're facing a 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off-play action on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, David, they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. And listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He'll try to pop the draw. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Illinois right back to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Illini. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game. The expressway is wide open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback on the keeper. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Quick tempo here for the offense. Looking to throw on second down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Got his man quickly. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catching up to give them the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It's a draw. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Illinois lining up quickly. To the air on first down. Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll pull it on the read. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. The receiver on the jet sweep. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. He's looking to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. They keep attacking through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got a man in the middle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This one's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have two longtime foes battling for a prize like the Illabuk Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Ohio State and Illinois plays out.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the Oaks. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quickly complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. It's first and goal as Illinois comes to the line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Here's the snap, looking to throw. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Galladay. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Looking to throw on second down. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. Using the quick game. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. He'll keep it himself. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Shows him the stiff arm. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Open space at the 25. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Is there a more sinking feeling in sports than the celebration and then you turn around and see the flag and the touchdown taken off the board and the penalty brings him back? Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Turns it loose deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keeps the legs moving. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On second down, just keeps firing. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They go to the ground. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone, a pickup of 5 to the 20. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On to attempt the try. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 7 over Ohio.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Second down after that incompletion. The give from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Trying to get the edge on the right. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Lost 1 deep down the right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Hatchett. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Power football with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need 1 more stop. Go out there, get me 1 more.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State! They strike first here in overtime. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On second down, he'll fire. And his throw is incomplete. They are up against it, a 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.